check in. Penthouse suite, check in. When your feet hit the street, check in. Cause if not, shit get hot, you better check it in.
Worldstar, hip-hop, checking in with my young fella, Quando. Yeah, my nigga, man. What's up, young fella?
Coolin'.
How's it going, man?
Coolin'.
Cause you in California, huh?
You dig?
You see? You know what I'm saying?
The land.
Man, I'm glad to have you, man. You know what I'm saying? Where was like your first break?
On 6, so I thought this shit was on silent.
Shit, that's how it go, man. Put them on camera.
This joint ain't what I thought it was.
What you thought it was?
A nigga got kids and joint like that. Well, I have a kid. You feel me? Like, boy, it's way more than this job than a petty argument or something that got worded wrong. It's way bigger than that.
Let me just tell you this. It's always gonna be good and bad in this business. You know what I mean? But dealing with that, you just gonna have to be able to be a bigger man and a smaller man. Like even going back to myself, I just did an interview last night with No Jumper, and he asked me about me and you. And when I told him, as a man, my little homie called me, and he told me, Unc, you was wrong. But I'ma say I was wrong too, because you said I was wrong. You know what I mean? And as a man, like I told them, I know when I'm gonna apologize, because I'm supposed to be a bigger person. You know what I mean? Because if you my young nigga, you can make mistakes I can't make.
Sure.
You feel what I'm saying? And like I say, you know, I can look at the camera and tell it, you know what I mean? Like, as a grown man, a nigga who really speak for a crew of people, I gotta be better. The young nigga can make the mistakes.
Sure.
Old nigga supposed to, you know what I mean, handling it a whole different light. You know what I mean?
Just say, like, a young person could get on Instagram and say this and that about me. Right. I'm a young person too. Boom, bam, and I feel like, wait a minute, he said that wrong. I could get back on the ground and then say, bro, oh, you said that wrong, such and such, such and such. He might take that as like, oh, fuck that nigga, it's smoke now.
Right.
But with you being older, so, you feel me, you did some big homie job and came back, you feel me, and did what's real, you feel me? A young nigga wouldn't have did that, because young niggas be so caught up in the wave, the pride, social media. When that stuff not even gonna be for right, that ain't gonna, that like MySpace, when we was little, MySpace was out. Right now, you don't hear nobody talking about MySpace.
Right.
So eventually in 15 to 20 years, none of this stuff not even gonna matter no more. People be living for the internet time. And that job lead, the internet like cause people to do life and be dead right now, you feel me?
Talk.
And I turned 22 the other day, like I'm getting old. I still do a lot of dumb stuff and stuff like that, but that's what come with life, period. But just saying like, man, I ain't trying to be like, nigga ain't trying to live for none of this no more.
I mean, well, I understand what you're saying, because I mean, I've been through some bullshit myself. Still was going through it, just put the documentary out, explain a lot of things. So I actually know what you're going through. Without us even verbalizing, I can actually feel your situation. But I can tell you this much though. What you gotta just be conscious is in what you put out. Like for the next year or two, because they're gonna play everything, every word you say is gonna be a shot to the other side.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? No matter what. Even if you're talking about the birds on Arlington, they're gonna find a way to say that, you know, but you just gotta be conscious.
See, and I really just figured that out too, because it's like, but me, violence happen everywhere. Everybody got some violence going on in their life, whether it's with them, whether they son doing it, whether they little nephew doing it. Somebody knows something about some violence, you feel me? And violence gonna happen multiple times, so it might be boom bam. Store got broke in today on Crenshaw, such just did it. You feel me? All right, everybody know he just did that, but 2 months not passed and he broke in a whole nother house, and then he got on the internet and said, yeah, I broke in this house. People gonna think he talking about the house he broke in on Crenshaw, but in his mind, he talking about the second house he broke in.
Right.
You feel me? So I really let a lot of stuff go, but I'm really just like I be saying like a lot of stuff I say like in songs and stuff. Like this ain't the only person I have a problem with. Like I ain't talking to this person. Like it be a lot of stuff happen. Like and I tell like the hoodsters and y'all like I wasn't even talking about. You feel me? Look what they. So I really just figured that out. Anything a nigga say, they gonna put it that way. You feel me?
And I mean that's just growing up too though. Just to even hear you say that at 22 is what young people need to hear. You know what I mean? They need to understand that shit gonna happen. You know what I mean? Sure. And everything a nigga ain't talking about is not talking about one incident. You know what I mean? But that's what you're going to have to deal with. Like you, the crew, and then when they get to fuck with a nigga money though, it's a different story. You know what I mean? Like now you can't do things and move things and get bread and you know, it's really about feeding your family. And I've been in this industry for 30 years almost, 30 plus years. You want 30 years. And like you said, it's gonna pass. But you just gotta be smart and strategic in the way you move, the people you do songs with. Now you gotta be careful even on how you move. It ain't even about being no buster or none of that. You just gotta be smart because of where you are. Because even the white folks won't want to touch you if they feel there's going to be some threat behind it. You know what I mean?
And look, that like my biggest thing in this right now, like fans, just fans, period. The people who looking up to the entertainment world, to the hip hop world, to my situation or whatever, they looking at it like, man, he's scary. He ain't doing shows. But I feel like the people that I got a problem with, they happy it's like that. But at the same time, they looking at it how you looking at it, how we looking at it. They stopping money. They trying to stop my money. You feel me? Fans thinking I'm high, and when they don't know, like I'm dying to do shows and stuff. You think that the rap game is like the dope game, man. If you sell bricks and you gotta go pull up on Cuz and sell him a brick, you feel me? It's a chance he could try to rob you. He could kill you trying to get that brick from you. You going to get your money though, no matter how it come. This what you signed up for. This what you into. So you going to get your money. That's a show. Why wouldn't I go to my show? Why wouldn't I go get my money? You feel me?
No, I feel what you're saying too, but also at the same time, you're a leader now. Sure. Because you got a crew you leading, and you got a crew you speaking for. So at times, you got to make sure you don't take your crew in environments that's going to be bad for them. Because you don't never want this. You don't never want to take your crew to a state and leave one of them in that state. You know what I'm saying? So all money ain't good money. So think of it like that. Every city I go to, I check in with somebody, bro. And that's what it's about. Because people think that I'm a bully and I cancel money, I get money from niggas. I ain't never asked you for not one dime. Not one dime. Now, where our problem came in, and this is what he can vouch for, the same Instagram I was hitting them up on, because I was putting a tour together. I was putting a 6x10 tour together. And I had Baby, Gunna, I wanted Baby, Gunna, you, and all y'all. I was hitting you up on that same Instagram. Then he turned around and hit me on the same Instagram. That's what upset at me. And I'm like, little nigga, I've been hitting you up on the same line. Now you hit me. And that's where our problem, that's where I was like, and I'm like, wait a minute, man. So that's where it was. But like I said, I'm still supposed to be a bigger nigga, though.
No, I'm glad you said something about that, because this is something that everybody need to hear. All right, like you just said, you check in with somebody everywhere you go. Right. Look, not you, but the young niggas. Young niggas got the word check in so messed up right now. Right. Like when a nigga say check in, the nigga automatic, not you the young people got that word just messed up right now.
That's what y'all crazy is.
When somebody hear check in, they automatically think like
you check like you paying a nigga a check.
You feel me? Or like, oh, he's saying I gotta pull up here. But that's why I'm glad you said that, because I never really had a problem with like checking. That like when, like one time I've been in my hometown and the rapper came down there, I'm like, I been down, he ain't even came and mess with me, you feel me? That's where I'm from. I just wanted to show him certain stuff.
Yeah.
You feel me? So just for me living through that experience, I know check-in and it ain't nothing wrong with that.
Man.
Checking in is the new word for a relationship.
That's what it is.
You feel me?
I mean, they do it all over the world. You can't go nowhere in the world you don't check in. You gonna check in if you come in American airspace. They gonna want to know, like, what, okay, you here? You gonna check in when you go to Russia, you a delegate, anywhere you go. But like you're right, hip hop has lost it. The game has lost it because you might check in with me. I'm gonna tell you what clubs to go to and what clubs not to go to. I'm gonna tell you where the bad bitches is, and I'm gonna tell you where the weed is. I'm gonna tell you who got the good weed, how to get the sack. You got dudes come out all the time, buy a sack, and getting robbed. They ain't dealing with the right people. If I go to Chicago, if any of my artists is going different places, I tell them call this dude. Because he treated me right, he gonna treat y'all right. That's really what it is.
Like, hopefully this interview open everybody's eyes on the check-in part. Like that's a nigga not on nothing negative.
Because I heard the last song you dropped, and I was in awe of it because I felt you. That you did. I took it a different way. Not everybody else took it. That you had a story to tell. Your side had never been out. And what's important is, I don't want you to speak on it. I just want you to speak on the fact that you felt like you had to get home too. And that's it.
Come on, man. At the end of the day, X out lights, camera, and fame. Everybody in here wanna go home to their child.
That's it.
I got a child, man.
Yeah, that's it. I don't want you to go do too much elaborating because you just want to get home. You know what I mean?
Who wouldn't want to make it home? And everybody scream, protect the brand. When the brand get protected, everybody want to be mad. This would come with it.
And I got one more other thing I want to say. And that I know y'all didn't have no beef.
At all.
And that you had just was talking to him.
Come on.
Yeah, so that's it. The fact that, it wasn't no smoke.
At all.
And hearing your story, kind of tell us how you came up. Because I don't think people, this is what happens. People really think that when you are an artist, that you just woke up and you were successful. They don't understand where you came from, your struggle with your family, with your mother and all that, and coming up living with your grandmother. A lot of people don't know that.
See, bro, one thing about me, like, I ain't really got no shame, like, to tell my story, because I don't care. You feel me? Everything don't be glitter and gold. Even once you successful, everything ain't good. Really, nothing good. Mm-hmm. You feel me? Period. Not even the money, because what come with all the stuff, it ain't no happiness. You feel me? But like, bro, like I really grew up way worse than anybody will ever think. Like my mama been she got her life together now, and I love my mama, not talking bad about her or nothing, but she would come right in and talk about it like, bro, like I was born a crack baby.
Right.
You feel me? Like my mama smoked crack like till I was probably about 15. Mm-hmm. You feel me? And I've been in and out juvenile my life, and before that I was adopted because when I was little, my mama and daddy had a little fight or whatever like that. I can't really tell you what happened because I ain't 1 year old. I don't know what happened. When I was little, I used to take stories and run with it and just tell people. But now that I'm grown, I know that I don't really know what happened. But all I know is I got burned. I still got the burn on my leg to this day from like my upper hip to my knee. You feel me? I had a big burn, like big old burn on my leg. Looked like somebody, it's from an iron that you iron clothes with. Right. And back in the days, the irons was a little bit bigger, like in 2001 and stuff. And it looked like somebody just set an iron on me like they was abusing me, which it wasn't that. You feel me? But I had got adopted, and I've been in and out of foster homes, you feel me, all my life. Like, all my life. Until I was about, you feel me, about 7, 8. Then I got adopted, and me and my blood brother, they kept us together, you feel me? But I always had this mindset, like I always had my own mind, like, man, I ain't listening to this, like I always knew that wasn't my people.
Right.
You feel me? So I didn't really have I didn't have the listen in me to listen to them. So I always went out and did my own thing. You feel me? That when I got with Hood, you feel me, and stuff like that. That was my people. You feel me? Then I felt like this my foes.
Yeah,
you feel me? And I got a couple of them with me right now, like who I was in the streets with and stuff. I've been in and out of juvenile and stuff like that. Like, I really got, man, if you really knew my full situation, like, I probably do a lot of bad, dumb stuff and y'all like that. I probably say a lot of dumb stuff, and a lot of people probably see me on the internet, but that ain't nothing to judge nobody off of. You feel me? Because everybody do stuff in their life. You feel me? But if somebody really knew where I came from, they'll really have more understanding. You feel me?
I think that's what it is too, man. 'Cause people got to get to know you. Like, people need to know your story. They need to understand that you a person. You know what I mean? Like, you really came from a struggle. You came from a struggle harder than what I came from. So I can feel that. But if the world needs to know that, I mean, and that's going to be a book and a movie one day on where you came from, you know, to fight that. And then the fact, like you just said, your homeboys. I know what it feel like to be in a bad situation and to only feel comfort in the streets with the same dudes who going through what you going through. You know what I mean? So that right there, I can feel that. I can feel that, you know, you when you leave the house, you know these dudes going through the same shit. We finna split $5.
When all us together, it don't feel like no struggle.
It don't.
You feel me? That's how I look at it.
Yeah, that's a bar, ain't it? That's a bar. Okay, look, I need my, what is that? I need on the split sheet right there. When you go right there first, when all of us together, you don't feel like a struggle. Wait a minute. You know what I mean? But that's real, though. That's real, though. I mean, if people talk about gangs, you know what I mean? I feel like we forever get a bad name because we allow them to give us a bad name. And that's on us. That generation with that connotation on it, if we continue to let them call us bad and only highlight the bad that we do is the problem. See, right here on my show, I don't want to only highlight the negative. I want to highlight what a dude got going on. I want, like they ask me what's the questions. Well, shit, how about he give me the questions? Well, how about we figure out what he want to say? And then together, we'll have a conversation. You know what I mean? I don't want to be sitting around the couch interviewing you because I know you got something to say. And I feel like the people need to overstand your side.
Man, listen, I say this all the time, because I'm real heavy, like, on cripping, period. I'm going to do that to the day I die. Sometimes I ask the Lord, when I be asking the Lord for forgiveness, first thing pop up in my head is, boy, I can't stop being no crip, though. You feel me? That's the first thing pop up in my head. Like, that's just something, you feel me? But look, though, man, I tell my folks this all the time, even little homies, because I don't feel like I'm a big homie or nothing, but when I be seeing little crip niggas like in my hometown, I always tell them, like, cuz, you don't have to be a killer to be a crip. You don't have to be no shooter to be no crip. You ain't got to be no jack boy to be no crip. You could be a dentist and be a crip. You just a crip nigga that's a dentist. You feel me?
You need to say that again, because that's the actual fact. That's the problem. When I go speak, I speak at these colleges, and my whole thing is, they ask me why didn't I stop calling myself Big U. I could have called myself Eugene, Hannibal, whatever, my Muslim given name, I could have did all that. But I felt like I wanted to keep that name and stay with that because I wanted people to understand that it's the decisions I make, not the name or the affiliation, it's the decisions I make. Quando Rondo can be somebody who make perfect, good decisions and be a perfect example of what, good or bad. You're 22 years old. You said multiple times you make mistakes. You know what I mean? Sure. The thing is, you're willing to go correct them mistakes. Like myself, I'm 54 years old. I still make mistakes. You know what I mean? But I'm not gonna be the nigga who go out and just say fuck it, step on whatever he talking about. And I'm glad to hear what you got to say, because you can best believe after this interview, it's going to be 1 million out of 30 million that say there's some bullshit. But that's the world we live in. because they can create fake pages, do what they want to, and continue to talk about it. But get what we gonna do? We gonna keep shitting on them. You ain't no dummy, man.
I ain't gonna
real
lie,
sharp.
bro. That's why I make it out most of the situations I be in, because people think I'm dumb.
Yes, sir. It's what
But
you
I
ain't.
know what's going on.
That's what you not. So now, my man come from a juvenile delinquent to sitting on the couch with Big U, from Savannah to L.A. Hey, man, what's next? Because when is the album dropping? Like, I know you got some singles or something you're working on.
Yeah, I do, but man, I ain't gonna lie. Like, just with my whole little situation, just not even just my whole situation with me, my whole life, because I got a lot of stuff going on. Yeah. Just with how my life is right now, man, my whole tape is the single.
The whole tape is
you
the single.
feel me?
Yeah, what you gotta do? Push singles then. Just do. If I was you, I'd push a bunch of singles and drop EPs and make them go crazy. You know what I mean? What's happening? What's happening with your man though?
Who?
With NB.
I don't really know that, bro.
Yeah. I mean, because I know he out here, and they got him out here. And what they charging with, guns or something? You don't know?
I don't know, bro. Nobody knows.
That's crazy. I seen it on the news. You know what I mean? And
man,
it's bad. You gotta understand, man. We all targets.
For sure.
We all targets, man. And I mean, I hate to see what's going on with him, but I hope he come up out there. How does that affect your situation though, at the label?
Man, I ain't gonna lie. I don't really be on no label stuff like that with the man. Like the people I met in this music job, not talking about outside people, but like in my little circle, I don't look at it like label. That like I don't look at you like Big U at the Worldstar. I look at like the big, like you the big homie. I always put you feel me?
No, because I'm asking because if he's the label and you're under him, not his situation, but as far as being able to do the business part, is that going to affect your project coming out?
Nah, man, just gonna keep
because you signed to him, right? You signed through him, right? Yeah. So
just gonna keep going. Man, he the type. Man, I ain't gonna lie.
Is he able to run it from the feds?
For sure, but it's more of a like, it's on you.
Yeah, you get
he the type, like, if he sign you, everything on you.
He wants you to have your team pushing.
For sure, like.
But I know, because I know buildings. Because I guess what I'm asking is for like the people in the public, because I know how buildings function. If Baby go down and Slim go down, who there to make sure the artists get their singles heard, that's what I'm talking about. Not on the street part, but on the business part. So that, like you said earlier, you said really the big homie handled that. So you kind of let it go.
Man, with my little situation, and I tell like no cap, I tell no cap this, like, man, once he signed, I be like, man, I ain't gonna lie, boy, everything on you, like, the ball in your hand, it's on you to take it up the court. You feel me? So this a good situation. Like, everything's still gonna get handled official. Right. Ain't nothing stopping nothing.
So do you have a date? You don't have a date yet. You got a tentative date?
Man, I got a date, but not. It's still like this. Not like everybody gotta be agreeing now.
Okay, yeah, that's what I'm asking you. So
I got a date.
You can set your own date.
Yeah, I could drop tomorrow if I want to, okay. But the marketing and the money that I want behind it, everything that like this, like boom bam. I had to wait for you. We had to wait for each other to be open to do this.
To do this, yeah.
So we gotta wait for like Apple, Spotify. We gotta wait for my date for interviews. We wanna have all the footground done and then drop it. Cause I learned that really all my other projects I ever dropped, I never really did footwork. I really was trying to follow like NBA. Like I used to just see how I seen how his work ethic, as far as like recording and rapping in the studio, he go hard. But as far as everything else, like he don't do interviews and all that jazz. He don't do promotion. He just drop And his stuff do numbers. I used to try to follow his footsteps, but then I learned I ain't him. I need more hands.
You gotta do that. Got you.
You feel me? So this project, I'm getting more hands on.
So is this your...
This an album. This is my second album.
This your second album?
For sure.
Okay. So this gonna be your second studio release?
For sure.
How many songs you gonna have when you think right now? Or you got any features on it?
Nah, my last project ain't had features. Before anything happened. But I've been came to this conclusion. Like, my last project, you could go back and look. When everything was hood, you feel me?
Features will come, bro. It'll come back.
I don't want features, though. I want to be an artist when people look back, they be like, that nigga ain't never did songs with nobody. You feel me? But I ain't doing this for no fame or nothing. I like music, and I'm going to keep rapping.
In our generation, we didn't use drugs. We sold drugs. And then when y'all talk about the difference between our generation and y'all generation is, y'all users. You know what I mean? Like, y'all glorify using. We was glorifying the hustle, the grind. But I don't use nothing. They never use nothing. Everything I did it sober. You understand what I'm saying? But you gave yourself something that you got to depend on. And that shit hard. And then, let me say this to you too. Don't let nobody tell you that this shit wasn't going on in music. Because not my generation of music, but the generation before us, they was all heroin addicts. So it ain't like it's new. It ain't like y'all the bad guys or the boogeymen or y'all the fuck boys, because it ain't new. You know what I mean? Y'all, you just dealing with something that in-between generation didn't deal with.
Man, I used to when I first got on the rap game, lean was just round. I used to see all the rappers with it.
Yeah.
Then I started drinking it. I used to drink it to be cool. I'm telling you the truth, I used to drink it to be cool. Like, yeah, I'm drinking lean. Just like smoking, it's just like rolling a 4-gram backwood. Yeah. You gonna get high for 0.5. You feel me? This just to be cool. I'm rolling me at 3.5. Next thing you know, this your addiction. Nah. Like, I can't roll up unless it's 4 grams. I don't know why. I just can't.
I don't know. 4 grams can fit in my papers. Let me see, man.
4 grams can fit in them papers.
4 grams can fit it in?
I can fit 4 grams in that paper right now.
It's the blue paper, though.
Yeah, I can
put that up, man. You see that? I can see that writing in there.
Yeah, Crenshaw. I can fit 5 grams in this.
Shouts out to my family, young Nip. Rest in peace. You know, these came out before Nip died. I did these, the backpacks.
Yeah, we need some of these.
I got you. And it burned blue. That paper burned blue.
Blue smoke?
Yes, sir.
You did?
Yes, sir. It burned blue smoke.
That's what we is, blue smoke.
What you gonna do? Did you just say you gonna quit lean? You say you gonna quit lean on camera? You said, oh, you didn't say that, huh?
Boy.
You didn't say that, huh? You didn't say that, huh?
Man, I don't drink lean for the drug, though. I drink it because I like how it made me feel.
Man, you got to get off of that, man. Yeah, man, you got to get off of that. But, I mean, look, you look good, though. You look clean, you look strong, you know what I mean? And I'm really just basking in your intelligence, you know what I mean? You're well-spoken, and you know, you're a sharp youngster, man.
I let you see, you don't do nothing, so I let you tell me don't do lean. But if he smoke cigarettes and he tell me don't do lean, I'm gonna tell him you don't smoke cigarettes. Somebody that do something though, they can't really say nothing. Like, you can't speak on this because you doing something.
I got high before. I mean, you know, I just had to deal with my mother that just went with my thing. Then I got high before. I'm gonna tell you an incident. I got high one day in the hood.
Oh, what?
Some weed. We was all smoking weed. And we was on 10th Avenue. And I must have been about 16 or 17. And some dudes came through and got down. And I was standing there with the tube. And I'm so high that I don't even know how we got out to the front, but everything was moving. And I'm looking at the car. And I'm saying, damn, I'm looking at the homie. And they shot the homie. And I'm looking, but I can't move. And then the homies, I see everybody running, and niggas is, moving around, and they're like, Draws, you had the burner. Draws, you had the burner. I'm thinking like, oh yeah, I do, huh? But
that what made you start smoking
that's
weed?
with me. I ain't got high.
Hey, look, one time, and one of the homies that I was with me right now, so right, this 2012, so right, I ain't smoked weed, but they did. One of the homies that's over there right now, so right, went fun in his house. So they rolled up. I'm trying to be cool. So I hit the joint. I'm smoking the weed. They stopped me smoking weed for like 7 years.
Right.
I swear to God, before I got in music, I ain't do no drugs at all. Literally, 2018 is when I started back doing drugs. But look, this 2012, and I remember this like this is yesterday. All them smoking weed. We smoking. I keep hitting the weed. The weed finally hit me.
Right.
Next thing you know, it's like every bad thing I ever been did. It's like it been playing in my head. My heart dropped. My lips got super white. I hopped up, ran, jumped the wall. On my way running home, I'm asking God, please what is high off? I ain't gonna never get high again. On God, I ran, got in the shower, down some milk, all that, and still ain't work. I still been high. Man, my grandma come on. I been tripping so hard. I thought I seen Jesus.
Right.
Literally, I'm looking at the door and like I seen God. My grandma, this I knew God was real. My grandma I told her what I did. You know how grandma do. My grandma thinking I'm on some hard type drugs.
Some real shit.
You feel me? My grandma went to praying. It's like the whole hour. Boy, I ain't smoked for 7 years, boy. Then when I got older, I just used to be like, man, it's just my mind. You feel me? Even when I drink lean, I tweak out. Like, I be tweaking out like in my head, like I might be standing up and feel like I'm falling back, but I be like, no, I'm just leaning. That's why. Oh God, that's why when I don't like driving when I'm leaning.
But I hope you don't be driving. Man, you driving, you talking about leaning? You gonna be leaning on the side of the road. No, don't do that, man.
Yeah.
How old is he?
No, she's a little girl.
A little girl?
She
How old
won.
is she? She won? How'd that feel when you first hold it in your hand? Didn't you feel the responsibility of the world?
Yeah, when I first seen her born, I was shocked.
Oh, you was there?
Yeah.
Wait.
I almost ain't been there.
But you actually, did you cut the thing?
I did all that.
You cut the biblical cord?
Yeah.
Ooh, that shit crazy.
For sure.
Make you feel like, damn, I'm gonna wait before I get back in that.
Man, I ain't gonna lie. That job made me look at every girl different.
Yeah.
I'm like, y'all do all that.
I told you,
But I've been talking to my girl in John when she was having a baby. Cause she was really tripping out.
Yeah, they go that last. I got 5 kids, so I was blessed to be there for 3 of them. The oldest one I wasn't there, and the youngest one, in the middle one I wasn't there. But the other ones I was blessed to be there when it was born, and that's something that you will never forget.
Thanks. I almost missed out on that job. On my way to the hospital, I got a toy with a nigga and slapped the nigga in the hospital. But
at the hospital?
I swear to God.
Goddamn, boy. How old was you? That was 20.
Yeah, I was 20 years old when I had my baby.
You was 22. You was 21.
I'm 22 now.
21.
No, I was 21 when I had my baby.
And how you end up slapping a dude in the hospital?
I ran into a nigga from. I had my baby in my hometown. Now one thing about it, the problem's still there. And some niggas knew I was having a baby.
And they came for that.
Come on, man.
Oh shit, man. You gotta get out of there. Now that's part of being smart too. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Relocating for a minute.
But I knew my auntie worked at the hospital, so I knew I was good.
Right. The same amount you spend on lean and moving around, you can go buy 5 lots in the neighborhood. You can go buy 5 lots all around the city. At least a portion of every dime you make should go buying property. Right now.
Man, I ain't gonna lie though. You know, Yeah, that's a nigga gonna do that for sure. But
You gotta start
you
doing
know
that. You gotta
rather
start
invest
doing that.
in?
What's that?
Art, like another rapper, cause this job.
Nah, man. Let me tell you about rappers. I've been investing in rappers for years. Here go the pride of rappers. You put a lot of money in a rapper, the nigga catch a case. You know what I mean? And you put a lot of money in rappers. Once he make it, they get upset with you on this. And this me, just giving you a heads up right now. By you still being an artist and you at the beginning part of your career, if you still building you and you moving an artist around, every time he don't get the success you getting, he gonna feel some kind of way. So if you don't have a team that's gonna actually help focus on that artist to make sure that artist is moving and that they comfortable, it'll backfire on you. I watch it happen with Ludacris. I watch it happen with a lot of artists. I watch it happen with almost all the artists who had other artists that they signed at the time of their career. You know what I mean? So I'm just telling you as a big homie to be conscious of that. It's good to help your homeboys and probably help finance their career, give them that's good, and then putting them on with you. But I wouldn't want to sign him. I'd rather have him get signed to somebody else and maybe sign him, and then I'm pushing him through somebody else. So that burden ain't on you, because I seen it happen.
But look though, I lie to you not. I always thought like that. Like, first of all, big bro, if I want to help somebody in rapping, I'm not about to be like, a lot of people do it. There's nothing wrong with it. That's how it was with me. But if I'm looking for an artist, I'm not about to be looking in no other city. I'm looking in my city. And 9 times out of 10, like, the person who I think about helping is my little homeboy. And to tell you the truth, man, bro, I'm about loyalty. Anybody that's with me will let you know, like, if I don't stand on nothing, I stand on that for sure, bro. Like,
right.
Loyalty, like, nothing else matter but that. Because loyalty, when, you feel me? I just stand on loyalty. But look, though, my little partner, I really
get him a team. What I'm trying to tell you is get him a team. If you're going to do that, if you're going to sign anybody you with, make sure he has a team. Make sure he has his own management team. Make sure you got the people that's moving with him, a stylist, a publicist. You don't want, and then they gonna use you to help brand him. You can brand that person, right, and help move him around. But make sure it's a team. You know what I mean? That's gonna be focused on that person. You know what I mean? Getting him where he's going, not yours, because your team got to move you, and you don't want to have them. I've been there, you know what I mean? Like, I've really been there. I'm not telling you something that I haven't been there. And I've seen people get disgruntled because you put a video up on Worldstar and that motherfucker do 10 million. He put a video up on Worldstar, people don't really know him, he only do 100,000. But you've been to put the same amount of money into your run that you put into his run. You know what I mean? And they start feeling it some kind of way. So I just been there. I'm just trying to, like, let you know that what you got to invest in too. It's great to do the music, but you got to get the property, because guess what feeds your generation? Your generation, your daughter's kids are going to be wealthy off of the property you buy.
For sure.
You understand what I'm saying? Think about it like that. Think about it, if you bought 10 houses in your neighborhood where you grew up at, and you don't do nothing but put a management team, one of your homeboys, that just go out and manage it. You get some dudes that know how to do construction. They go through every month, every week to make sure these houses is up to par. You collected the rent. That property gonna take care of your kids when your career is over. And you moving, and you got you a major company. You sitting in a big ass office in Savannah, but you got 100 pieces of property. You know what I mean?
Sure.
That's how that works. That's how you prepare for the future. Investing in artists is great, but invest in land. Because the one thing a motherfucker ain't gonna never take from you is land. Can't nobody pick no land up and walk around the corner with it, man. You know what I mean? They can take your car. They can take your watches, your rings. That's 3 pieces of property right there, that watch. You put it in the safe, another nigga walk in there, get the safe, take the whole safe, and it's gone. Get what he ain't gonna do. Once that deed is recorded, even if they take the deed, that land gonna still be in your name until you sell it. So they can have your deed, but they can't pick your land up and take it. Think about that. That's your major investment. And guess what? It continues to grow. Land is the only thing that's going to continue to gain in value. It's going to continue gaining. Once you pay for that watch, you put them diamonds on it, that watch went down. You put diamonds that cost more than the watch into the watch, but the watch itself loses value. Once you take the Bentley off the lot, it loses value. The land, the only thing will continue to gain in value. I got these questions I got to ask you, right?
Sure.
So, my show is called Checking In. So now, if somebody comes to your town, right, and then they checking in with you, where you gonna take them to eat?
My grandma's house.
Grandma house?
Come on, man.
So what grandma cooking then, man? What's happening? What's on the menu?
My grandma cooked for no reason.
So but she cooking, she burning.
Yeah, my grandma known in my hometown. She walk around and sell food. And no matter who I got.
Also, she selling food.
Yeah, don't matter who I'm. Man, I got 100 different ops in my town. Just put it like that. And it's to the point. That point with them. But they see my grandma and ain't nothing. You feel me?
Right, they respect that.
Yeah.
That she cooking like that. Okay. Where you taking me to go eat? I mean, where you taking me to go get some clothes from? What's the poppin' clothing spot?
The Overthought Mall.
Overthought Mall?
For sure. But man, it's 2021, and I know you notice this everywhere, especially in Savannah, everywhere else, people trying to sell their clothes. So it's a lot of people wanting their own stuff.
Smart.
What
yeah.
I need to get into.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, where the baddest women hanging out?
Women everywhere.
In Savannah though, man. I'm in your town. I'm checking in with you. I'm coming to your town to check in.
I ain't gonna lie, this something people don't know. Savannah got some bad females. Like, look, 2 rappers like Lil Baby and Future. Both of they girls from Savannah.
Oh, okay.
Like, it's some good looking girls in Savannah, and everybody that go down, they tell me that.
All right, what's the club we hitting? What's the hottest club in Savannah we gonna hit?
It's a new club called My Favorites. I be seeing all my people go at. I ain't been there yet. I don't really, you feel me? When I go down there, I don't really go out like that because the police harass me.
Right.
You feel me? But it's a new club called My Favorites, and from what I see, it be going down.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, what's the poppin' strip club out there?
It's a club called Karma, but it's really in Hardyville, South Carolina, but that's like 30 seconds from Savannah, but that's really our club.
Right.
That's where all the Savannah people be at, so Karma.
Okay. Easy call, man. So I just want to know, like, when are you going to buy that first piece of property?
I'm about to do that ASAP, man. Give me like 60 days.
Okay, I'm going to give you 60 days to buy that. When you check back in, I want to make sure that you got that first piece of property. All right? First time ever, Worldstar presents the Granddocious.
Man, I ain't trying to break up with my girl or nothing like that. But look, one time I with this famous girl in LA. Famous girl, she big.
Okay.
Man, I couldn't get up. I couldn't get up, man. Hey, listen. I couldn't get up, man. I think about that every day, man. Hey, girl, I did blame it on the drugs. I'm like, oh, too high, man. I can't do it.
Okay, we gotta give us another one, man.
Another one. Granddocious was mean. It could be funny.
Yeah, a whole story, man.
I only got 2 minutes, though.
That's a long time. You ain't been but 20 seconds.
I'm thinking. I need one of them to remind me of something.
Well, then tell him to come in here. They gonna help him with the Granddocious?
Oh, I got one Granddocious moment.
Okay.
Hey, listen now. So I'm with my partner Dirt, so right? It seemed like every time, come in. Look, every time I get in some effed up job, not no violent effed up job, but one of the situations I be with him. So one time I'm with him, we walking through the mall, so right? So he always trying to tell me to chill, love, bro. You gotta chill, you feel me? So we walking through the mall, some girls talking trash. This one I ain't have no mind, you feel me? So I told the girl, I'm like, B.I.T.C.
I'm about to ask you about that.
What's up, man?
I'm like, who you talking to? She like, you. So I was walking up on her because I used to be kind of retarded. He like, look, bro, chill. But boy, you can say chill, the female pepper sprayed us to the ground. Listen, we hopped in the, listen, my other partner pulled a gun out about to kill a girl. We like, no, chill. Listen, he get us to the car. So we driving the car to go to Kroger's to get some milk, you feel me? Because we pepper sprayed. The police blue light us. We got 3 guns in the car. I'm a convicted felon and they're a convicted felon. He had to run from the police, bro, like, why the police, they behind us. He got away from them, they turned their lights off. Why he pepper sprayed? We got at Kroger's. Everybody like, Quando Rondo. We busted through there running. We ran to the aisle, got the milk, poured it all in our eyes, all over ourselves. So boom, after that, we get to the house, the pepper spray still burned. This nigga's sister walked out with a water hose spraying us.
With water hose.
I swear to God.
Just like our Fridays, some crazy job, boy.
Thank you for coming, nephew. We're gonna keep building. In a 2-in-1. And look here, you can't get no better than this. We check it in. We got Quando Rondo.
Yeah, man. See, what y'all don't understand is, you got to check in, man. Everywhere I go, I check in, man. No, I don't get checked, I check in. It's a big difference, man. You gotta really understand what I'm